Hey guys, welcome back to part 9 of this game tutorial series where we are making this platform a game. And in the previous video we finished designing our level 3, and in this video we are going to make a main menu or a level lock menu for our game. And before we jump in the tutorial, let me tell you can download this project from my Patreon where you can access all the assets and UI I used for this game along with the whole project. The link is in the description. So here we are done with the next button, but what about the main menu button? For that first we need to have a main menu, right? So let's create that first. So let's go to content browser, right click, and here let's create a user widget. I'm going to name this main menu UI and then open this up. Now first of all, I'm gonna add a canvas panel and then a border. Then cover this border to the whole panel and let's give it the size of 1920 by 1080. And then let's select this anchor so the border will perfectly fit the screen. And from here you can change this border color. So I'm gonna give it some dark grayish color like this. Now to choose the levels, I wanna scroll through them. So we are gonna add a scroll box that is going to help us with exactly that. So drag this under the canvas. Now we can place elements inside this scroll box either vertically or horizontally. So to demonstrate you that, let's add a button inside the scroll box. So this is a button and let's keep duplicating this. You can see they are getting placed vertically by default, and we can change that from here. We can set this to horizontal, and as you can see the button placements are now horizontal. So now let's add a canvas panel inside the scroll box so that each level button will have their own space as they all gonna have their own canvas panel. And now here actually we want the scroll box under the canvas panel, not the border. So now we can resize this scroll box according to our design. By the way, you can create your own design using your own creativity to create this main menu. So after we resize the scroll box, we are going to add buttons inside the canvas panel. Now this canvas panel itself takes such a small space right now, but as we continue to resize this button, the canvas panel is also going to resize along with it. So after we give this button a size, I'm gonna change its color somewhat close to black but not exactly black. Of course you can choose your own colors or even design. I'm creating it just to demonstrate to you. Now you can have an image inside this or text and the lock logo, and to use multiple elements inside a single button, for that we use overlay. So drag this under the button, and inside this overlay we're gonna add all the elements we want for this level button. And let's also rename this button name. Let's name this level underscore button. Let's compile. And now we are going to use this lock image to show that any level is locked by default. So let's drag the image under the overlay and pick that image here. Now its size seems a bit too large, so we can resize it from here. There you go, it looks fine now. And you can also center its alignment. And now we also want a text that represents the level name. So let's add a text, drag it under the overlay, and let's name this level 1. Let's increase the font size a bit like this, and now let's try to align it a bit. So set the horizontal alignment to center, and for the vertical I'm going with this downward. The reason it's not going all the way down because our overlay size is a bit small, so just fit it to the size of the button. Now I want this level text to be a little bit upward but not all the way upward. So what we are going to do is we are going to use some padding from the bottom. So here let's give it some value like 150, and there you go, looking nice just below the lock icon. We can also rename this image name. Let's name this lock 1. Alright, so now what we are going to do is we are going to duplicate this canvas panel to create even more level buttons. So just right click and click duplicate. There you go. Now we have exactly the same another level button, but we also need some space between these two buttons. So for that we are going to use spacer. Place them between these two canvas panel, just like this. And then from the details panel, you can change X value to create some space horizontally. And then you can duplicate more canvas panel according to how many levels you have in your game, and also keep placing these spaces between these canvas panel. So here you can see, now we have set up these level buttons with a scroll box that moves horizontally. So it's looking quite nice already. And now we need to change the level name from each level button. So go to the text and change the level name, and besides that also correct this image name. Now do the same with all the other level buttons. Alright, so as we are done with that, now let's add a text one more time. And here let's name this select level. So this is going to be a kind of a main title. So I'm gonna make the font a bit bigger. Something like this. Let me adjust the position a bit so that would look more better. Alright, so now here we are going to have the currency amount. I mean this one. Yeah, it totally makes sense to show the currency in the main menu. So just copy all this stuff and paste it in the main menu. There it is, and now just place this in a proper place, and that's all. The main menu design is now completed and we can work on the functionality. So let's click on this level button, scroll down and add a on click event. So when we click this event, we wanna open level 1. So get open level by object reference, and here we are gonna select our level 1. And now do the same with all your level buttons and open the corresponding levels. So we only have 3 levels in our game. You can add more clicks event if you have more levels. And later we are going to implement the level unlock system, but for now we are just directly opening the level. Now there are some user widgets where we have option to go to the main menu, like this one. So here let's add the on click event. And when we click that button, we are going to create main menu UI. Select main menu UI here and then add it to the viewport. There you go. So when we click this main menu button, we are displaying this user widget to the user. And when we'll show this main menu UI to the user, in the background still some level would be opened up. So we are also going to exit that level and go into our main menu map, which we are just going to create. So let's make a new level and select the empty level here. And we are not going to add anything in this level because we have nothing to do with this level. We just need a clean background while we show the main menu UI. Now press Ctrl S and save this level, and I'm gonna name this main menu level. So basically we are going to open up this level when we'll show this UI. So let's come back here where we create this main menu UI. And here I'm gonna open up the main menu level. And we are not going to create the main menu UI, we are just going to open up the main menu level, because the main menu level will create that widget by itself. And how is it going to do that is through the level blueprint. So open up the level blueprint, and here on the event begin play, we are going to create the main menu UI, so that whenever we will open up the main menu level, it will automatically display the main menu UI. So now we have to open this main menu level on the game over UI 2, because here we have this main menu button. There you go, and now we can play and test. So our game will start from this blank level, so let's play. And here we got this main menu UI, and it's scrollable of course. I mean, that's the reason we were working so hard in designing this UI. So now let's open the level 1. I mean, it shows it's locked, but we're gonna fix that soon. But here you can see it has opened the level 1. So if we jump off from here, and in this game over UI, if we click this main menu button, here you can see we are back to the main menu level. So this works. So that is it for this part of our game tutorial series, and in the next part we are going to make a level lock and a save game system for our game. So if you like this video, you can support me on Patreon, where you can access this game project file and all the assets I've used for this game. The link is in the description, and you can also join our Discord server where you can interact with other developers of this community. And if this video helped you out, and make sure to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And I wanna thank Patreon members of this month. Thank you so much for your support, it means a lot. Till then, see you, bye bye.